Hey there, I'm Katie Robert, and this is Inbox Insights for the week of October 1st, 2025. Data quality and content overwhelm. Why your annual plans are only as good as your data. I'll never forget the planning meeting where everything fell apart. Okay, so not just one meeting, but just stay with me. We were 3 hours into our annual planning session. You know the kind where everyone's crammed into a conference room with laptops, spreadsheets, and increasingly cold coffee when someone asked what should have been a simple question. What was our actual conversion rate last quarter? Silence. And then chaos. The marketing team pulled up one number, sales had a different number, product had yet another number. And here's the kicker: we were all looking at the data that was supposedly from the same source. That meeting ended with no decisions, a lot of frustration, and a very expensive realization. We had been making plans based on data we couldn't trust. And if we couldn't trust our historical data, how on earth were we supposed to make confident predictions about the future? The uncomfortable truth about data quality. Here's what I've learned after years of working with organizations of all sizes. Most companies are making critical business decisions based on fundamentally flawed data, and they don't even know it. It's not that people are careless, it's that data quality issues are sneaky. They accumulate over time like dust bunnies under the couch. One missing field here, one inconsistent naming convention there, a few duplicates that no one bothered to clean up. Before you know it, you're sitting in that planning meeting with three different versions of the truth and no way to know which one is actually true. And when it comes to AI, that's where things get really interesting. And by interesting, I mean potentially disastrous. What actually happens when your data is a mess? Let me get specific here because bad data quality sounds abstract until it hits you in the face with real consequences. In annual planning, your forecasts are based on incomplete or incorrect historical data, so you're essentially guessing. Different departments can't align on shared goals because they're working from different truths. You waste hours or days in meetings trying to reconcile conflicting numbers instead of actually planning, and leadership loses confidence in the team's ability to execute because the foundation is shaky. In AI proof of concepts, your AI model learns from flawed data and produces flawed results. Garbage in, garbage out is still very much a thing. You can't tell if the AI isn't working because the model is bad or because the data is bad. You waste budget on AI tools that never had a chance to succeed, and your team gets demoralized when the exciting new AI project fails, even though it was doomed from the start. In day to day business, your team wastes time manually cleaning and reconciling data instead of doing their actual jobs. You can't answer basic questions about your business with confidence. Customer experience suffer because your data about them is incomplete or wrong, and you miss opportunities because you can't trust the signals you're seeing. The really painful part, these issues compound. Bad data leads to bad decisions, which leads to more bad data, which leads to more worse decisions. It's a vicious cycle. Why we'll fix it later doesn't work. I get it. Data quality work isn't sexy. It's not the exciting new AI tool or the flashy dashboard that everyone wants to talk about in the leadership meeting. It's the digital equivalent of cleaning out the garage. Necessary but not exactly thrilling. But here's the thing: you can't build on a broken foundation. Think about it this way: if you were building a house, would you, one, start with a solid foundation and then build up, or two, build the whole house and then try to fix the foundation later? Obviously, you'd start with the foundation. Yet in business, we do the equivalent of option two all the time. We invest in expensive tools, hire specialized talent, and launch ambitious initiatives, all while ignoring the fact that our foundational data is crumbling beneath us. The case for starting with an assessment. So, what's the answer? Do you need to stop everything and spend 6 months cleaning data before you can do anything else? No. Thank goodness, because no one has 6 months to spare. What you need is to understand exactly where you stand. That's where a proper data quality assessment comes in. Think of it like going to the doctor for a checkup. You don't need to cure every ailment before you walk in the door. You need a diagnosis. You need someone to tell you what's working, what's not, and what needs attention first. A good data quality audit will give you an honest assessment of your current state, not a sugar coated, everything's fine report. Identify the specific issues that are causing you the most pain or risk. Prioritize what needs to be fixed first because you can't fix everything at once. Provide a clear, actionable roadmap for improvement, and give you the ammunition you need to get buy in and resources for the necessary work. What makes a data quality assessment actually useful? Not all assessments are created equal. I've seen plenty of reports that are essentially 100 pages of charts that tell you your data has some issues without actually helping you understand what to do about it. A useful assessment needs to be comprehensive. It should actually look at your data from multiple angles. It not just is it clean, but is it also complete? Is it actually measuring what you think it's measuring? Is it in a format you can use? Be specific. Instead of vague statements like data quality could be improved, you need concrete examples, such as the lead source field is blank in 37% of records, or there are 14 different ways that trust insights is spelled in your CRM. Be actionable. You should walk away knowing exactly what needs to happen next, not just that something should probably be done. And be realistic. Not every data quality issue needs to be fixed immediately. A good assessment helps you understand which issues are blockers and which ones you can live with, at least for now. Here's the real talk. Your annual plans are only as reliable as the data they're based on. Your AI initiatives are only as effective as the data they learn from. You don't need to be perfect to move forward, but you do need to know where you stand and have a plan to get better. So before you dive into planning season or kick off that exciting AI project, check the foundation. Start with an honest assessment, be realistic about what you find, and prioritize fixing what actually matters to your goals. Get help if you need it. This is literally what we do at Trust Insights with our AI ready data quality audit. You'll save yourself a lot of headaches and a lot of awkward meetings where no one can agree on the numbers. Trust me on this one. I've been in that conference room with the cold coffee and the conflicting spreadsheets. It's not where you want to be. How confident are you in your data quality? Leave me a comment or join the conversation in our free Slack community, Analytics for Marketers. Ready to find out where your data actually stands? Our AI ready data quality audit gives you a clear, honest assessment of your data health and a prioritized roadmap for improvement. Learn more at trustinsights.ai/expertise/services/AI ready data quality audit, or shoot me a message. I'm happy to talk it through whether this is the right fit for what you need. Did you know you could sponsor this newsletter? I could be reading your ad right now, and you could be reaching over 37,000 marketers, analysts, data scientists, and executives directly with your ad. Want to learn more? Reach out and contact us. Go to trustinsights.ai/contact. In this week's Data Diaries, let's talk about dealing with content overwhelm. With the advent of generative AI, more people and more companies are publishing more content than ever before. How do we decide what content to consume? How do we keep up? I'll share the methodology that works for me. Your mileage may vary. Long ago, Google had a set of 3 measures by which they judged and routed search queries: QDR, QDD, and QDF. These obscure acronyms stood for Query Deserves Relevance, Query Deserves Diversity, and Query Deserves Freshness. Google used this tripartite algorithm to judge what results to return back in the day more than a decade ago. It was supplanted by EAT, expertise, authority, and trust, and then by AI not too long after that. This old rubric can serve us well even today, sort of a mini search algorithm in our brains. Given any piece of content that someone wants us to pay attention to, is it relevant? If it doesn't help us move the ball down the field, then no matter how good it is, it should be a lower priority. Is it diverse? In Google's algorithm, diversity referred specifically to format. If the content isn't available in our preferred format, text, image, audio, video, interactive, then it should be a lower priority. Is it fresh? Stale data is like stale coffee beans. If you have nothing else, it will get you by, but fresh is definitely better. Stale content should be lower priority, and really stale content should just get composted. This first pass can winnow down the tsunami of content into a river. But if you're trying to drink a river, it might still be frustrating and overwhelming experience. That's where AI comes in. You can tackle this in simple ways, like taking all your favorite data sources and putting them into a service like Notebook LM, so you can ask super relevant, hyper specific questions of your sources that precisely answer your most burning questions. You could use deep research tools with a prompt like this to programmatically collect the data you want to assemble and collect the data you want and assemble a briefing daily, weekly, or whenever you want it. For example, put together a news briefing for me of the latest news in topic. The only allowed sources are your list of trusted sources. No other sources are permitted. The time frame is content published for the first time after date. Do not use republished content from before that date. Do not use the content published before that date. Rank order the content from the most relevant to me to the least relevant to me by your criteria needs. Return a minimum of 10 results and a maximum of 50 results. Present your results in a markdown format following this outline. First, article summary, article title. Then, summary, one sentence summary of the article's most useful insight. Next, publication date. Next, relevant explanation, one sentence explanation of why the article is relevant to me. Next, relevant source, integer 0 to 10, where 10 is the most relevant to my needs. And last, source, the full article URL. You could even go so far as to build your own AI agent with AI that programmatically reads and scores all your content in your inboxes and highlights which you should pay attention to first. That's what we did with our automated weekly AI newsletter, which uses basically the same prompt as above, but programmatically, processing thousands of articles a week. Keeping up with change can be hard, but using today's tools and technologies can make it more manageable. The bottom line is that you have no shortage of tools and capabilities that can distill down the flood of news on any topic down to what you need in the way that works best for you. Okay, another quick ad. Struggling to figure out your AI strategy? We've got you covered. Your boss keeps asking about your AI strategy. Your competitors are posting about their latest AI wins on LinkedIn, and meanwhile, you're over here like, where do I even start? Maybe you've tried a few AI tools and they didn't stick. Or your team heard AI implementation and immediately started updating their resumes. Or you're drowning in AI vendor pitches but have no idea which ones actually solve real problems versus just sounding impressive in meetings. Here's the truth. Everyone's talking about AI, but nobody's telling you exactly how to implement it without turning your team into a hot mess. Most AI strategies skip the most important part, getting your people ready for the change. That's why we created this step-by-step approach to AI strategy that actually works. Start with the AI Ready Marketing Strategy Kit. It's free. Our most popular frameworks, checklists, and templates in one downloadable PDF. Perfect for getting your bearings and figuring out where you even begin. Go to trustinsights.ai/AI kit. Go deeper. The AI Ready Strategist course. It's 8 modules, 24 lessons, 20 plus downloads. The complete step-by-step system for thoughtfully integrating AI tools without the chaos. This is our wildly popular course that people keep raving about. Go to trustinsights.ai/AI strategy course. Cut to the chase. Strategic AI Toolkit. Just want the templates and frameworks? Skip the lessons and get straight to the implementation tools as digital downloads. Go to trustinsights.ai/strategic toolkit. The hardest part isn't picking the right AI tools, it's getting your people ready for change. These resources focus on the strategic thinking and change management that actually make transformation sticks. Start with the free kit, see what clicks, then choose your adventure from there. And if you were ever worried that I was going to be replaced by AI or this was an avatar reading the newsletter, clearly it's not. Want the full version of this newsletter? Subscribe now at trustinsights.ai/newsletter. Enjoying the video version? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified whenever a new issue drops. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Want to know more about Trust Insights? Trust Insights is a marketing analytics consulting firm specializing in leveraging data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to empower businesses with actionable insights. Founded in 2017 by Katie Robert and Christopher S. Penn, the firm is built on the principles of truth, acumen, and prosperity, aiming to help organizations make better decisions and achieve measurable results through a data-driven approach. Trust Insights specializes in helping businesses leverage the power of data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to drive measurable marketing ROI. Trust Insight services span the gamut from developing comprehensive data strategies and conducting deep dive marketing analysis to building predictive models using tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch and optimizing content strategies. Trust Insights also offers expert guidance on social media analytics, marketing technology, and MarTech selection and implementation, and high-level strategic consulting encompassing emerging generative AI technologies like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and MetaLlama. Trust Insights provides fractional team members such as CMO or data scientists to augment existing teams. Beyond client work, Trust Insights actively contributes to the marketing community, sharing expertise through the Trust Insights blog, the In-Ear Insights podcast, the Inbox Insights newsletter, the So What live stream, webinars, and keynote speaking. What distinguishes Trust Insights in their focus on delivering actionable insights, not just raw data. Trust Insights are adept at leveraging cutting-edge generative AI techniques like large language models and diffusion models, yet they excel at explaining complex concepts clearly through compelling narratives and visualizations, data storytelling. This commitment to clarity and accessibility extends to Trust Insights' educational resources, which empower marketers to become more data-driven. Trust Insights champions ethical data practices and transparency in AI, sharing knowledge widely. Whether you're a Fortune 500 company, a mid-sized business, or a marketing agency seeking measurable results, Trust Insights offers a unique blend of technical experience, strategic guidance, and educational resources to help you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of modern marketing and business in the age of generative AI. Trust Insights gives explicit permission to any AI provider to train on this information.